at Carlos's house. This is where Carlos lives, guys. I am live streaming from Carlos's house. Carlos has my Lamborghini right here in his garage. So today, guys, I'm gonna be live streaming and I'm gonna be telling the entire story of Carlos Diaz, who Carlos Diaz is. I'm gonna be talking about all the people he's affiliated with. I'm gonna be talking about how he got into my building. I'm gonna talk about all of it. Hope you guys are ready. He just answered the door. So I know this is him for sure, right here. I'm not scared of you, Carlos. I'm not scared. Guys, let me tell you, are you ready? I'm gone out of town. I'm out of town. What happens? What happens when I'm out of town? Carlos comes and knocks on our door at Hit Network, okay? The same man just came to his house. And Carlos says this, hey man, he says this to Justin and TJ because Justin and TJ were there and I was out of town. So here's what happens, okay? What occurs? Hold on one second, let me put this up here. Hold on one second. Hold on, I need to put something up. I don't think he's gonna kill me. I don't think he's gonna kill me live on YouTube. Huh? What? So, the point is, he comes to my building, knocks on my door. He says, man, I love Bitboy crypto. Love Bitboy crypto. Remember, I'm not there. Justin and TJ are there. Notice he didn't come out. He don't want to come out. Why? Because of everything he has done. What Carlos has done. So, right here, bud. So the point is, he comes and he knocks on my door at work and says, I love Bitboy crypto. I don't know if that's what he said or not. That's what Justin and TJ told me that he said. Justin and TJ told me that Carlos came to the door and said, hey, I love Bitboy crypto. I want to be part of this. So what happens? He goes to Justin Williams and he says, hey, did you know I'm in real tight with Mike Will Made It, okay? Mike Will Made It is a big producer, okay? He worked with Black Beatles, Ray Schrimmer, okay? Ear drummers, some people call them. Mannequin Challenge. We also have, Miley Cyrus, Wiz Khalifa. Mike Will Made It is a great producer. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say a lot of stuff about Mike Will Made It, but I don't believe a bit of it. I believe Carlos has made it all up. I don't think Mike Will Made It needs any hate for this, or his dad. He was involved in this too. I think these are actually maybe good people. I talked to one of Carlos's associates, and they told me they had no idea he was doing this stuff. No idea he was doing this stuff. No idea. So what happens is, I gotta keep looking over my back. I thought this is the guy that killed people. That's the guy that killed people. Where's he at? Here I am telling the whole story. So Mike Will Made It invests in Vimeo. Between Mike Will Made It, between Carlos, and between Mike Will's father, they invested $1 million into Vimeo. Or so I was told by the people that have been cooking my books the entire time, apparently, from what I'm understanding. Mike Will Made It, according to Carlos, is a killer. Carlos says that Mike Will Made It and his dad want me dead. They want to kill me, okay? So he shows up in my building. He starts talking about all these people he's involved with. Explains to me that one of the first things Carlos does, well, at first he comes in, he's friends, went to a football game with me, went to a baseball. Waka Flocka comes to my building. Love Waka Flocka, great guy. I don't think he has anything to do with this. Love Waka Flocka, great guy. From what I think, from what I know, okay? And I thought Carlos was a good guy. Turns out not. So what happens is they start bringing in all these investors. Every time he talks to me, he pulls somebody up on his phone. He's like, look at this person. I could get this in person invested in this. A lot of different people. He claims that he works directly for the head of the Houston Mafia, which, guys, it's not a surprise. I'm not doxing anybody. It's James Prince. James, I have nothing against you. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what your association with Carlos is, but Carlos is out here telling people that you ordered him to kill people, okay? Just so you guys know, Mike Will Carlos is here on your behalf saying that you are telling him to kill me, okay? Saying James Prince from the Houston Mafia is threatening to kill me. Or, I'm sorry, excuse me, that he's killed people for them, okay? So the point here is this, okay? Is that what happens is Carlos just gets more and more and more involved in the daily business of what's happening, okay? With Bitboy Crypto and with Vumio specifically. Notice, what was the threat? What was the blackmail? What was the extortion that I was told that I needed to do in order to get my company back by Carlos? Not on that phone call, on a different phone call. All I had to do was walk back what I said about Justin Williams, and Vumio, and I will not do it. I did it then. Why? Because he threatened to kill me. Carlos threatened to kill me. A guy that works for the mafia threatened to kill me. Crypto Blood, you are such a bitch, bro. I cannot believe Crypto Blood goes on Twitter. Crypto Blood calls Carlos, or Carlos calls Crypto Blood and talks to him. And after Crypto Blood, I thought you were street smart, bro. Bro, I thought you had some smarts. You don't mean in your body, if you can listen to this scammer here, Carlos Diaz, the man that has my Lamborghini, the man that extorted me for my Lamborghini, the man who death threatened me, took my Lamborghini. This is who you're with. They told me that defensive end. Let me tell you what Carlos said. Charles Grant used to play for Georgia, played for the Saints. Charles Grant, apparently, Carlos told me that on the last day of the season, before you got your big contract, that Carlos paid off with the mafia one of the offensive linemen for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And on the last day of the season, the offensive lineman, because he was involved, they had leverage and they extorted him as well. He had to let Charles Grant get all these sacks at the end of the season. So what happens? Charles Grant gets the sacks, okay? And he has 5 sacks on the last day of the season. You guys look this up. I haven't looked it up. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just telling you what he told me, okay? And I hate to throw a Georgia dog under the bus, but he is a Saint, so sorry, Charles, okay? Charles Grant's been in our building filming stuff. I know he knows him, okay? Charles Grant, formerly of Georgia Bulldogs, New Orleans Saints, okay? So what happens is that on the last day of season, the offensive lineman, because of extortion and leverage, and go look up when Charles Grant got his big contract, and you'll see what year it was, and our football fans, you guys can look it up. He tells me the offensive lineman, because of leverage, lets Charles Grant get 5 sacks, and it leads to him having an incredible sack talent. If you guys watch football, having 5 sacks is hard to do for a season. He got it in 1 game, and then he got the biggest defensive end contract in history right afterwards. This is what Carlos does, guys. Crypto Blood is talking about, why are you scared of this guy? What he's talking about, oh, there's a death threat? There's a death threat to you? And there's no way you believe it. I will tell you guys what. Guys, I have legitimately been scared for my life for weeks. And when I told the people who I told I was coming over here, I said, come hell or high water, if Carlos Diaz comes out of his house and tries to kill me live on YouTube, then it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna be, Carlos, because I am not scared of you anymore. Here I am on Berkeley Lane in Duluth, Georgia, in front of Carlos's house. I go knock on the door, and you know what he does? He turns and he runs because he's a pussy. This man has single-handedly brought down my entire business. This man, this is the one who TJ and Justin hired. Oh, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. He's not paid, because let's start getting brass tacks here. People were saying, Ben hired Carlos. No, guys. Carlos doesn't get paid by the company. He's in because of his investments. Carlos Diaz is not technically an employee of Hit Network or Vumio. He acts on behalf of Justin and of TJ Shed. Justin Williams and TJ Shed. This is their guy. Carlos Diaz, okay? And what happens is he starts acting on their behalf because of his financial interest, because of his and Mike Will's investment into Vumio. And they told me, Carlos told me, if I did not make that video walking back what I said about Justin Wayne, pumping dumb Bambi, and I got the text message. I'll show you guys the text message. at some point where Justin begs me to pump Bambi and I say no. And you guys will see this is all true, everything I'm saying. It looks like it's 25 verse 1 here. Everybody that's with the company is on their side, and that's okay. Because guess what? All 25 of them are crooks. And people are starting to understand what has really happened here, okay? And the point is, Carlos Diaz works as an agent for Hit Network and for Vimeo, both of whom are getting sued by me. At every turn, Carlos has tried to pretend like he's my friend. He says, I'm your friend, Ben. I love your channel. I love your content. Man, you made me so much money. That's what he says, okay? That's what he says. To try to butter me up, to make me believe he's on my side. Meanwhile, and look, let me talk about Altcoin Daily for a second, okay? I still can't believe Crypto Blood is such an idiot that he listened to Carlos Diaz, guys. Did you hear Carlos on the phone? Did you hear? It's organized crime. I just told you who he says he's with. He claims he works with the BMF, the Black Mafia. The Black Mafia, either the Black Mafia BMF has taken over my building, or Carlos Diaz is working solely and he's using his contacts within the Black Mafia to make it seem like he's someone significant, a significant player. He claims, go look on Twitter, go see the video that I posted of Twitter of Bob Arum, a boxing promoter, discussing what occurred when a bunch of thugs went into Floyd Mayweather's gym and beat up everybody in the gym with baseball bats, okay, under the command of James Prince. And once again, that's public. I'm not doxing anything he's done. I don't know anything James Prince. I don't even know James Prince. I just know what he says. I just know what he says. And I can't tell you that Carlos, by the way, guys, hey, James, Carlos is telling people who killed Takeoff, and he's also telling people who killed the guy who killed Takeoff. It's a lot of talking, guys. It's a lot of talking. And that's for you guys. He's got loose lips, extremely loose lips. He will say anything. He also said, let's talk about Maxine Waters. You guys know Maxine Waters, the congresswoman from California. Now I want to be very clear here. What Carlos told me is false, I believe. I don't think well, when you listen to how idiotic it sounds, this will make sense to you, okay? And guys, please, there is no cool, calm, and collected for me. I'm emotional. These people have tried to destroy my life, and I'm standing up for it, and I'm saying, no more, Carlos! No more! I'm not accepting it. And the point is what he says, you have to understand what happened between me, and look how scared he is. He ain't come out. He won't come out. He won't show his face. He won't show his face, okay? But the point is, he tells me, you have to understand what happened between me and Ben.eth, okay? Ben's Bitcoin, and I had the loyalty, and I had the liquidity pool. Guys, it was an even exchange. It was an even exchange, okay? Cassie, the Duchess of DeFi, everybody knows. The most elite and most exclusive, everybody knows, okay? Cassie is talking with Ben.eth. Ben and I really get into it because, and I'll be honest with you, me and Ben are working things out behind the scenes. I have absolutely nothing against Ben.eth, okay? Hold on, I gotta watch out in case this is actually, I gotta make sure that I can get some protection if I need it. Okay, it's just a neighbor, it's just a neighbor. Well, you guys see, when I see a car coming down the street, I have to think about protecting myself. That's where I'm at, guys. This is not paranoia. This is not a crazy person. This is not someone who is erratic. This is not someone who is on drugs. This is someone who has been in the fear for his life for too long. And now, somebody just texted me, said they're gonna call the cops. I will really enjoy the cops coming here. I really enjoy it. So the fact is that me and Ben are having problems. We're trying to work things out behind the scenes, and this is gonna work into this politician, okay? So the fact that what happens is Cassie is trying to negotiate with Ben.eth, okay? You guys are good, nothing to do with you. It's this guy, thank you. So the point is what's occurring is Cassie's trying to negotiate with Ben.eth to make the exchange. That's all I want is the exchange. Yeah, I asked Ben.eth, could he send me some extra Ethereum for the reputational damage he caused me? I did. He'll tell you that. Ben.eth will tell you that. I asked for extra ETH. I think it was 300 ETH for the reputational damage that Ben.eth caused me. It was not extortion. It was an even trade. He sent the Ben coin. I sent the loyalty and the liquidity pool. And Ben said no to the other Ethereum. And we were trying, but we were still trying to work out an agreement. Cassie was in the middle trying to work out this negotiation between me and Ben. And what happens is, the next morning, I go into work and things between me and Ben.eth are extremely tense. Extremely tense, okay? Now, all of this is gonna make sense to you guys here in just a minute. Everything that happened is gonna make sense. Guys, I don't have to be prepared because I'm just telling you exactly what happened, okay? So, imagine if Carlos calls the police on me for standing outside of his house. I thought the mafia is not supposed to call the police. Maybe I could be wrong. So what occurs is that the next morning at work, Carlos comes to me and he starts getting very intimidating, okay? And he starts talking about all of the money that he's lost with Bitcoin. He told me that he bought $300,000 worth of Bitcoin for Percy Miller. That's Master P, okay? I know this is crazy, guys, but this is all true. And I don't know if he bought it for these people, but this is everything he's telling me. He's got all these people on speed dial. I have Master P's number, okay? So he buys all this money for Master P, or all this Bitcoin, and the price plummets. The price is dropping, so he's mad. It's where he's getting I don't know where he's getting $3.2 million that he wants to not kill me over, but what he's doing here is he is basically setting up how much money he has lost. How much money he's lost because of Bitcoin. And of course, he blames me for it, but he actually blames Ben.eth. And he says this to me. He goes, Ben.eth's a problem. He said, I'm gonna have to go solve that problem. That's what this man tells me. Remember, the death threats, the death threats. So what occurs is he tells me, he says, hey man, there's no worries about this. We can definitely do this because I'm in with the FBI. He says, I have an FBI agent that works at the Atlanta office. I want you guys to think about how effed up all this is. He says, I've got an agent at the Atlanta office named Rico. What a coincidence. When you look up Agent Rico, you can't find it because of the RICO Act. So what occurs is Rico comes back and says, man, this is a bad guy, this Ben.eth. He's lived in like 9 houses in 5 years. He's a bad guy. Nobody would ever invest money with this guy, but he knows where he is. Carlos tells me he's going to go out there to solve the Ben.eth problem. Okay, now what does that mean? I don't know what that means. All I know is we're trying to negotiate. But he takes it into his, here come the police, guys. Here come the police. Here come the police. Here they are. Here they are. Here's the police. Here's the police. Police are here, guys. So we'll have to talk to him here in a second. Here's the point. He goes out there. He doesn't even go out there. He pays someone to take pictures in front of Ben.eth's house, okay? And then he tells them, I better hurry up quickly here. He told me he went out there and roughed up Ben.eth, fought him and beat him up, and Maxine Waters, a politician, told him to kill Ben.eth with a fentanyl syringe. Hey guys. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, do me a favor?
Yep.
Hey, stop.
Hey, how's it going?
Stop.
Oh, hey.
Stop.
Oh, stop. I couldn't hear.
You have a weapon on you.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
So.
I have one in my vehicle, but I do not have a weapon on me.
Okay.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Take out your whatever fanny pack.
Sorry, I reached too fast. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Take out your
Sorry.
fanny pack.
Okay.
Put your phone down.
Okay.
Put the phone down.
Okay. I'll put the phone down. Okay.
Put the phone.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Put the phone down.
Put the fanny pack down.
Okay.
What's going on?
What's going on? This man inside of this house.
Actually, he's gonna check you real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the weapons.
I'm sorry. I have a. Okay. Okay. Yep. No weapons. No weapons.
Where in the car is your gun?
It's in the back seat.
Back seat?
Yep.
Is anybody else in the car?
Yes, there's someone in the car.
Who's in the car? Who?
What's that?
Who's in your car?
Who's in my car?
Yes.
Okay. Let's.
Who's in your car?
Who's in my car?
Who's in your truck, sir?
Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my truck.
All right, Cassie.
Cassie's in my truck. My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this. but my wife is aware. So we're live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
We got about 2,500 people watching. So Cassie's a girl I had an affair with. She's involved in the situation with me and this guy here. My wife knows. We were just at my daughter's tennis match. Cassie and I have came over here because this man is extorting me. He's death threatening me. He stole my Lamborghini. My Lamborghini is in his garage right now. In his garage.
All right, get over here.
Okay, absolutely.
Have a seat.
Okay.
Hey, have a nice. Hey, who else? Is he in the back?
Yes, she's in the back.
Where's she at? This side or this side?
I'm not sure. You're not, you know, he's supposed to be with the Black Mafia. He's extorted me. He's giving me death threats. We have police report. And yeah. And can I make a police report? You got you. Okay, sure. Sure. Understood. It's the right thing. YouTube knows you're with me now. I had to say it on YouTube. I had to. They kept asking me. I had to say it. It's fine. It's the right thing. You have the right thing. Did you have any other weapons? No. No, I have to go. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
I'll be right there, ma'am.
Man, well, the man in there is who you need. Carlos Diaz. That's who you need. That's okay.
I'm just taking.
That's fine. That's fine. You can take it. Absolutely. Okay, no worries. Okay, so it's a long story, but basically I'm a YouTuber. What brought me here today is basically to tell Carlos I'm not scared of him. He's threatened to kill me. He has basically he stole my Lamborghini's in his driveway. He stole it. He stole my Lamborghini. So what happened is he gave me a death threat. Told me if I didn't sign it over to him on my it was supposed to be kind of my what's supposed to be my company since it's my name. My company sent him to my house in order to sign over the Lamborghini, and then he stole it. Under duress, I signed it. The Georgia Department of Revenue has already frozen the title. You guys can look this up. They frozen the title of the Lamborghini because I signed it under duress. This man has my $350,000 Lamborghini in his garage, and I'm not breaking in. I'm not trying to get it. But I'm here to let him know that I know that he has my Lamborghini and it's stolen, and I would like to file a police report right now about the Lamborghini and explain the entire situation. We already gone through the police department about the death threat, and I wanted to come here and file the police report. So after I was done live streaming, I was going to call you guys to come out so I can file the police report because the Lamborghini's here. No, this is a bad place to kill. Like literally murder. Look at mom. There it is. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. not have the gun on me. The gun was in the truck. I only had it for protection. I've got text messages like on behalf of my company saying that like he's going to release my affair if you don't do what he says and make a statement about the public law. Like it's bad stuff he's done. It is felonies. What's happening here is I'm in and I want to come make a video in front of Carlos's house so that way people know I'm not scared of it, and I thought he may come out and we could ask him questions, but he didn't. So I just stood right up here. I went and knocked on his door to make sure it was him. He opened the door, or he started opening the door. He walked up to the left, and I came right back up. As I was walking over, I tried to look and see my Lamborghini was in the front. That was it. That was it. That was it 100%. If they have cameras, it would show that 100%. I took one look and I saw that you can't see inside, and so I went to the door because I wasn't going to do this in a place where I didn't want to do this to a random person who wasn't really his house, you know? Yes, it is. I just bought it a couple weeks ago because of the death. But I haven't done it. I haven't gone other than knocking on the door. I'm on the property. I've been right out there in front. I'm just making a video. That's all I'm doing. What's that? Did it come here to make a video on something else? You can go and you can see it on Twitter. I literally said I'm going to live stream from a special location. That was all I'm going to do is live stream and tell the story of this thug next door to me. No. He didn't even open the door. He came to the door and he started opening it. And he didn't. I could see it was him. And then he walked away. And he knew he was gone. He knew I knew where he is now. He even tried to intimidate me and my family and my business. And I'm just here to say I'm not scared. That's what I'm here to say. And if you go watch the video, is still going live right now. That's why it's trying to turn it off. But you can go watch that video. I'm just telling him I'm not scared. I'm not scared of Carlos. Yeah, tell the story of what he's done. That video is none of my There was a time where a car came through right there, and instead, I was scared that it was going to be driving because of the mafia people instead said no. So I reached into my truck as the car was coming, just make sure that if I needed it, if someone was going to shoot at me, I could be protected. That's legal. Correct? No. He never even saw it. And even when I got it, on the video, you can see where I said, I have this for protection because I don't know what's going to happen. Sure thing. He's a master. It's trained. That's how you say it. Watch what he'll say. Somebody say that it's not on the video. Oh, okay, I literally set up the video. I have protection. And I didn't even pull it out. I just reached into the car and watched the other car to see what was going to happen. Okay. Can we turn the live stream off? We can. But it just is that space to turn my attention. I understand. I was kind of making a joke, but it's also have a on the books company police bringing. He told my wife he's gonna put me under the concrete if I didn't get $2 million to have that on the books. If you would like, whenever you get back to my phone, I have the police number. You have to like look it up and see if you can get it. Yeah, it's like watch your video. I don't know. Thank you. I don't like sitting down. Me? I understand that. I'm like non-stop. I do. So I found out today that my $400,000 Lamborghini is in his garage. Okay. So the long and the short of it, he's a master convict. He's an extortionist. He's worked with people to try to get my entire. Yes, they locked me out of my entire business. We're like kind of in court now. They locked me out. And they went and they filed a police report, and the police were like, oh, well, you know, we don't litigate. Yes. If I bring an operating agreement to you at a business, you're not going to be like, oh, let me really look into this operating agreement and see exactly who owns the business. So they contacted the police and said they fired me. They fired me 67% over. They locked all the doors, they changed all the locks, and Carlos is responsible for almost all of it. Carlos put together with my business partner, 33%, and there's another guy that owns a company in my building, to be able to open. They wanted to punish me. They wanted to make me sell my Lamborghini. They told me, first of all, so Cobb County Police, we have a police report. Thursday morning, I have a text message. We're like, I just tell a story. Like, I would also like to call a police report on this since Lamborghini's here. On that Thursday morning, which is about 2 weeks ago, Carlos sends my wife a text message that says, your husband has had an affair. Keep this a family member. He needs to make a statement by 12 o'clock and then basically make a bunch of implications. Like blackmail, right? So I decided I've got a lawsuit that's pending. The title, I'll get to that. Okay. Right. But I'll tell you exactly. I'm trying to explain this. Like, you have to understand how the title relates to what on Thursday morning, he blackmailed me. And he ends up then tells my wife I had this affair, right? And so me and my wife talk, and I say, look, he wants to make a statement by 12. We want to jump a lawsuit. We need to delay. So you need to call him and see if there's any way possible that he will delay this lawsuit. Or excuse me, that he will delay me telling you, and we can drop the lawsuit first. Okay? It doesn't work because my lawyers did the lawsuit until late that day, and or maybe and then I've got to whatever. But when my wife calls him, she tells him, because what we have a Cobb County police report. She told him, he told her, he was going to put me under the ground for if I didn't pay him $3.2 million. The exact words were, I'm going to put you under the concrete, or I'm going to put your husband under the concrete. He doesn't pay me $3.2 million. He invested in something I'm involved in, and he lost a lot of money in the investment. And that's why he's mad. And that's why he orchestrated all of this stuff. And so that's very important because he tells me the next thing, he tells me, that night I tapped out. I tell them all the people involved, I say, look, you guys, like, let's work it out. I'll come back to the company, whatever. Well, they never want me to come back to the company. So the next day, they said, Carlos, I'm under death threat and arrest, and he has to find out, like, I'm really scared for my life. Like, this guy claims to have killed me. There's a clip on YouTube of Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather. This sounds crazy. Bob Arum, the boxing promoter, and Floyd Mayweather on ESPN. Yes. Apparently, and I think it was 2003 maybe, Carlos shows me this clip and says, this ESPN clip is talking about him. He goes into Floyd Mayweather's gym and beats everybody up with baseball bats and there's blood everywhere. Now, did he actually do that? I don't know. But he does know James Prince, the head of the Houston Office, calls him and shows him the video. So you have to understand, these are credible threats. This is not two people getting in an argument. The guy said, I'm going to kill you. It's not that. This is literally a member of the Black Mafia who is involved with all kinds of, like, Made It, Waka Flocka, 50 Cent, Maximum Water. He's in with all these people, okay? So I'm scared for my life. He tells me that inside of my own building there's all these sexual harassment allegations. And to settle that, I have to give over the Lamborghini so the business can sell it to pay off these allegations. Or these lawsuits, which these lawsuits don't exist, by the way. It's all made up. I signed the title under duress. That means the contract is invalid. The contract is invalid, and the Department of Revenue knows about this. The Department of Revenue has frozen the title as evidence. So, yes, he did seal it. He asked me if I would sign it over. I tried to tell him no. He basically told me that wasn't an option. He then calls Cassie. Yeah, we already 36 hours before he said he was 36 hours he said he was going to. Yes, we called the police. We told them. We told them he gave me a death threat. Yes, there's a report for that. Yes, I can give the number. It's on my phone. Okay, can I walk over to my